friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead, and it's that time of year. Today we're making gumdrop cake. Now, this is a double recipe, so please cut it in half if that's if you wish. Also, this is normally baked in a bundt pan at 350 degrees. I'm making it in mini loaf pans, so I'm going to do it at 325 for 55 minutes. Okay, so let's get started. In same here, I have 1 pound of butter and 2 8-ounce bricks of cream cheese. Room temperature and softened, and we just want to get those mixing. 8 eggs, 3 cups of brown cane sugar. This is loose, coarse sugar, and it's just not white, okay, folks? It's just unbleached natural cane sugar. We're going to need 5 cups of flour, 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, 4 cups of baking gummies, and I have just dusted these with flour, and salt. Let's get started. Now, first things first, like I showed you before, we're going to start getting our cream cheese and our butter going together. Now, I'm going to drop the sugar in here and go get a spatula, and we're going to get this mixing together. God, I hope I got enough battery power. The phone rang and I got busy. All right, let's get... Okay, so here's our cream cheese. Our cream cheese, our butter, and our sugar. Now we're going to start putting our 8 eggs in here. Don't bang them on the side of your bowl, because you might end up with a shell in there. There's egg number 4. Now, I've seen recipes where this isn't made with cream cheese. But I think the cream cheese cuts some of the sweet of the candy and the sugar. Alrighty. Let's scrape down the sides. Make sure we get all that sugar and cream cheese and butter in there. Like I said, this is a double recipe. I'm doing it in mini loaf pans. If you're doing this recipe, you're going to want 2 bundt pans or 2 regular size loaf pans. But if you're doing it in a bundt pan, it's 350. If you're doing it in loaf pans, it's 325. We have to get our flour going here. We need 5 cups of flour, 1, 2, you know what, I almost forgot the vanilla. There's 3 cups of flour, I'm going to sift in about 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Or baking powder, sorry. We're still going to put 2 more cups of flour in. Half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to slow this right down. And we're going to put in a good portion of our flour. We still got 2 more cups to put in here. Some people use lemon zest, some people use orange zest, some people use rum. I got vanilla, so that's what we're using. Now 2 more cups of flour, a little bit less than the last cup because I used 1/4 cup of flour to dust the gummies. All right, and then goes the rest of our flour. And put it on slow, get it started. Now let's give it a whip. Get our other stuff out of the way here. And here is our mini pans. Now it tells you to fold in the gummies. But here's the deal, folks. You can fold them in with the paddle. You just have to be slow, that's all. Alrighty. Push this back a little bit. I'm going to spray these pans with pure avocado oil. We're going to do this slow. We're going to fold in our gummies. And yeah, it calls for 4 cups. I just put in 6. And that's folded in. Beautiful, Clark. Okay. Now you can add nuts if you like to make it more like a fruitcake. But Howie hates fruitcake. And I'm not happy unless we have a cake with some kind of jewel-toned fruit-like substance in it. You know what I mean? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Now, you don't have to do this at Christmas. You can do this at Easter and use different colored gummies. Now my cake isn't going to be white. Why? Because my sugar was brown. But the truth is, it doesn't really matter, does it? Now why am I making so many of these? Well, my neighbors are going to get some. Folks at Howie's work are going to get some. Got to have some in case company comes. Right? I'm going to eyeball this to the best of my ability. You measure if you like. But it looks like I'm just going to get all of this in here. Okay, so just going to drop these. There's our oven, preset to 325 degrees. These are going in there for 50 to 55 minutes. If you're doing this in bundt pans, 2 bundt pans, it's 350 degrees. But these are smaller pans and I don't want to overcook them. So 50 to 55 minutes. Okay, so these have just come out of the oven. And I'm going to put them on cake racks here to cool. Just very gently. Make sure. So these took 60 minutes. A full hour. Let's see if these come out. I love these pans for that reason right there. Ha! Hot. Ha! Hot. Oh shit. I broke one. Now, that'll be the one that Daddy takes a piece in his lunch tomorrow. I'm just going to take a little bit of icing sugar here. Now, these are better if you let them sit overnight. Why? Because of the cheese in them. They will, they cut better and slice better. And as soon as these cool down, I will cut the broken one and you'll see it and you'll have Papa taste it. Okay. Daddy says, give me cake. I need a knife, dear. Now, this is not white cake because the sugar is brown. Brown sugar. Oh, and it's crumbling. Now, this is what I told you, folks. This cake is really crumbly the first time you cut into it. Because it has cream cheese in it, right? It should sit overnight. You're not getting any butter on that. Bugger off with the butter. Okay, it's crumbling. I'm sorry it's crumbly, but it's still warm. It's usually better the next day. Howie's favorite fruitcake.
Awesome.
No more. This loaf is the only one that's getting cut. The rest are going in treats and things.
I got a little bit by lunch.
No, it's not white cake because of the brown sugar. But it's delicious. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, and there it is. Your first holiday baking of the year. Gumball cake. Take care. God bless.